All right, YouTube, it's about 2:30 in the afternoon. We are doing some work in preparation for some sheep. A good brother of ours is making us a very good deal on some sheep, and katahdins, a ram and a ewe, and they're just little right now, speaking of, but they're gonna need a place to live. So we are over here on this end of the barn right here. We're gonna make them a little stall, and then we are going to then run some fence out from here, make them just a little tiny enclosure for them, and then we'll turn them out as they get older and let them eat all the hay that we're growing. So anyway, this is the beginning of that. So welcome to the show. So it's a beautiful morning, day 2 of the sheep build. My job site superintendent is over here drilling things. Say hi. 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 We are using reclaimed timber, or not timber, lumber from the shop fire. And so some of it is, you know, a little blackened, but no big deal, all structural. And so what we're doing is this 3/4 plywood was here. And so we framed out a wall here. I mean, very loosely a wall. Put these up, 2 sheets there. And then over here, I've got 1 sheet up here, and then I'll put in a 2nd sheet here, and then closing that gap underneath, down underneath the barn right there. So we'll have this little box pen, and it's covered. Ow, there's a nail stick in there. It's covered, and it's got a roof, comp roof over top of it, composition roof that really needs to be replaced, but doesn't leak over it. So this area here will become the home for the 2 little sheep when we get them, and we'll throw some pine shavings in there, and I'm probably going to frame out from here to about here so that this will be partitioned off, and then have a little door space right here. We can go in and out, they can go in and out. Thank you, honey. And yeah, got some feed in the pails in there, and then we're gonna put a fence up out here like so. Yeah, y'all playing along in the home game probably just got really dizzy. So that's where we're at this morning. Mama and Grandma went to town to go grocery shopping for Grandma, and because Thanksgiving's coming up, Turkey Day, so they're gonna need, you know, something to feed me. Anyway, that's what we're doing right now, so I'll continue to bring y'all along for the ride. Good job. Hey, go do the lammy bed. Okay. Go do it. Good job. Keep doing. Okay. Lammy bed. Good job. Do you even APN, bro? Do you? Are you prepared in Arkansas as part of a network? No. No, you're not. Nuh-uh. Yes, yes. Yes. Nuh-uh. Yes. Nuh-uh. Hey, give me that. Anyway, we got this side on, and I put a vertical 2x4 here, which is gonna catch another piece of plywood on the front. But I figured before I box this in more or less, hey, get back here with that. She's running away with the bucket. I would go ahead and get the feed pails in there and a heat lamp, and hang the feeder and put the bedding down. So next we'll block this front part off, and I'm probably gonna hang an old blanket for a door for right now, because really what I want to do is keep them dry and keep them out of the wind and keep the temperature in there above freezing. Those are my 3 main goals, and then obviously food and water, but that is what we're going for. And everything after that is a blessing. These are necessities though. Keep them out of the wind, keep them dry, and keep it above freezing inside of there. So that's how far we've made it. So I'm gonna get this front panel up now, hang an old blanket for a door, and then start running the fence. And yet another attempted jailbreak. Come on. Back to where we were working. Come on. Hey. Hey, come on. I'm gonna throw you in a crate. Let's go. Come on. 1, 2, march it. Good job. Go. Go, go, go. Yeah, we're gonna swing in 1 minute. All right, this is up. I just need to put the blanket door up, but the bedding is in, and the heated bucket is in, and the feeder's in, and 2 heat lamps are in, and the cords are run over here to a power strip, and there's a hole drilled there. And so we'll get some spray foam. You can see there's all these little tiny holes through this plywood. It's used plywood. There's a gap here, and there's a little gap up there. And we'll close this up. And there's some big holes over here. Probably scab something over that, but you know, seal it up. Seal it up. You want a little bit of air to flow, and we do have some of that up here. I'm thinking about laying something over the top of this to close that off, because all your heat loss is going to be up here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's the structure in a nutshell, and then we will move on to fence. Come on, let's go swing. All right, we're an hour to sundown. I completely forgot about you guys and failed to take you along for the ride. So, it's not Sukkot, it's Shabbat. Shabbat, not Sukkot. Yeah.
Hey, Aspen.
So, put this up, yeah, made a little enclosure, and then we hung over there a curtain panel over there as a door, just to block wind and keep some heat in. Yeah, so the sheep we're getting are katahdins. Katahdins are have a parasitical resistance, and they are cold hardy, and they don't need to be sheared every year because they're not woolly, they're hairy. So they ought to be just fine in there as far as, you know, overnighting to stay warm, you know, between the heat lamp and having it blocked off away from the wind and the whole nine. So yeah, my wife is of the opinion we won't even need the heat lamps. However, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So we have them. And so we got this little pen set up. It's about 24 by 32. And this is just a holding pen. And you know, the ones we're getting are not big. They're not full grown. So they're young sheepies. And so we'll start them in here, and then we will turn them loose on our hay fields, and then we'll turn them loose on our freezer and our colon. So
that makes me smile.
Yeah.
Ooh, just got a chill breeze.
There's a fire right behind you. So anyway, this is, yeah, we did sheep stuff, and we'll introduce you to the sheep just as soon as they get here. It's, what's today's date? The 15th? 16th. OPSEC, bro. It will not be the 16th when you guys see this, but we're picking them up on the 20th, so we'll have them in about 4 days. Y'all will probably see this in about 7 to 10 days, because, you know, I get asked that a lot. People ask me the questions because I have the best words, because they're tremendous. They're, believe me. And, but I've been asked several times lately, do you pre-record these? I do. The reason for that is it is much easier, especially with horrendous internet, to batch our uploads upload everything we can at one time, do all the editing at one time, you know, do all the descriptions and the meta tags for YouTube at one time, and to do it as a batch, and then it's done. It's done for the week.
Yeah.
And we send it to you guys, and then you're like, hey, clickety click click click, we love you guys, you're great. Or, you suck, what's wrong with you? Who do you think you are? Blah blah blah.
Why'd you block me?
Blah 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 blah. Well, I wasn't gonna go there, but anyway, yeah, we're doing sheepy lamb things, and we're excited about it. We have wanted sheep and goats here, and in the springtime we're gonna get very serious about chickens and garden in addition to flocks.
Yeah.
So sheep will be here soon, goats will be here in the springtime, if not sooner, but in the springtime.
Yeah.
And then meat birds, laying hens, and big old garden. So
Yeah.
that's
I was
it.
gonna say, like, that's one thing we learned. You know, sorry, it's like one nice day out of freezing weather and all the bugs come
All
out.
the bugs
So
are out, yeah.
It's like, get out of my face.
Yeah, it was 22 degrees yesterday morning,
Right.
and I'm out here in a t-shirt sweating.
Yeah. And today it's like 65.
Yeah,
It's like,
so.
okay, this is gorgeous.
Yep. That's one
But
thing
anyway,
you learn.
Like, we learned a lot of stuff. Yeah, that's one thing we learned. But we learned a lot of stuff with our first round.
Yeah.
You know, like, first round of chickens, okay, like...
Well, the first round of chickens here. It's not the
Right.
first round of chickens we've
No.
ever had. We just, you know, I know where the predators are now.
Yeah.
We killed a bunch of predators. We know where the chickens are going to roam.
Right.
You know, same thing with the garden. You know, our spring garden, we got in late, knowing we were getting in late. And the reason we did that was just to see what would happen.
Right.
Just to see what the soil
Yeah.
does, because you can learn a lot from the soil by the types of weeds that grow in it and how well or how poorly your crops do.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned that in the springtime, and then we reinforced that in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
And so now we're going to be better equipped come next year,
Right.
next spring. You learn by doing.
And we've determined, like, this area kind of sucked for growing.
This area right here, you can see the remnant of these bean plants right here.
Right.
Was
But really, like, that row was the only thing
right.
out of these other ones that ever did anything.
Well, we had 3 here in the fall and we had 6 here in the spring that didn't do anything. But over here, right here, this plot, excuse the house, it's under construction. This,
so horrible.
I know, whatever. You know, it's better than a tent.
We're not picky, you know, like the inside's nice.
The inside is nice.
Yeah,
and the outside will be nice come springtime.
Eventually.
So, but this area here did really well, and so what we've decided is this is gonna be the garden spot, and so we're gonna
make it bigger.
We're gonna expand this, so this whole area from the barn here to the house, and from that end of the house this way to this end of the house is all gonna be garden come springtime. And so it'll probably triple or quadruple the amount of space that's there.
Yeah.
And so it'll be about 1,000 square foot garden, which on 1,000 square foot garden, we can get a lot done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the idea. And then we'll go from there. We'll take it from there.
Yeah.
So cool. Happy Homesteady Day, y'all. I mean, for us, it's every day. We just brought you along today.
Right.
So cool. And it's about to be Erev Shabbat, so Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.